I thought it would be appropriate to have a fence in the background when I talk about boundaries. So, having established what boundaries are, now we need to think about really setting them up. And so sometimes we need boundaries to keep things out or to limit things. And sometimes we need boundaries to make sure the right stuff can get in or to protect time or resources for a certain purpose. So, as you're starting to think about where to establish boundaries, a helpful tool can be to notice when you're feeling frustrated, flustered, overwhelmed, overwrought, tired. Because when you're feeling that way, irritable, there's another one, it probably means that one of your boundaries that you really should have has been crossed. So maybe you're spending too much time at work. So that would be your cue to take some time and think about what is an appropriate, fair boundary for you to set. In general, I feel like we are way too hard on ourselves on what we are allowed to do, what we are allowed to take time for. We feel that there is this imaginary audience watching us and they're going to be judging our choices and, oh, she needs so much time or she doesn't do whatever. I honestly think everybody's way too worried about themselves to notice what boundaries you are or aren't making. It is very helpful for everyone involved if you can communicate your boundaries up front. Now, sometimes you get into a situation that's not what you expected or you didn't foresee the consequences, and it's okay to set a boundary then and say, you know what, I'm not going to be able to devote this much time to this project. But in general, it works out better to be able to say up front, you know, I've decided to only join one committee this year and I don't have room for any others. Or I don't check email after this time. I want everyone to know that so there's no panicked emails at 8 o'clock at night trying to get a hold of me. If you can let people know, you know, I reserve this time for this purpose, or know that I have not budgeted classroom funds to spend on this. Boundaries are always more well received when people know what to expect. And as a plus sign, when you model boundaries of what you will allow yourself to accept, it also is modeling for other people how they can set boundaries themselves.